Tap Bro app. Tap Device. Tap Controller. 3 controller modes for your choice. Factory default is Mode 2. Here is all the buttons and dials definition. Please never change it without BRUAV notification. Tap FMU. This is flight controller information. Please don't change any settings without BRUAV notification. You can check the series number and variant of the flight controller here. Tap Camera or Gimbal. Please don't change it without BRUAV notification. Tap Radar. It displays obstacle radar and terrain follow radar. Please don't change it without BRUAV notification. Tap Battery. SN is the serial number of the battery. Here displays each cell voltage, the total voltage, current temperature, and cycles. Please don't change the setting without BRUAV notification. Tap Motor System. This interface displays the working parameters of the 4 motors. Please never tap Detect without BRUAV notification. Tap Weight. Please refer to instruction of weight calibration video for this interface. Tap Sprinkler. Please refer to instruction of flow rate calibration video for this interface. Tap the upper right account. Tap History Task. It displays the task data, including flight area, spray rate, and so on. Tap Field. It displays all the planned field you have made. You can edit the field again by Tap Edit or Slice. Choose any of the boundary point and adjust the it as per your request. After editing, please tap Save. Tap Mind Device. It displays the total working data of this ID, including area covered, flight time, and flights. Tap Log Management. App Log records all the app operations process. App Crash Log records the app software crashes. Please upload the app logs or crash logs when you encounter software problems. FMU Log records the flight controller logs. Please refer to instruction of uploading logs tutorial video. Tap Commence Setting. Google Map and Mapbox are recommended. Here is different units for your choice. Factory default of simulator mode is off. Please don't change it without BRUAV notification. Now let us learn about the operation view. This displays aircraft operation mode. This is the real-time operation time of each flight. This is signal strength of remote controller. Before flight, please make sure the signal is strong enough. This is the distance between the aircraft and home point. This is aircraft battery level. Please always pay attention to the battery level, indicated by this icon during flights, to prevent the situation when the drone cannot return home due to a low battery. You can tap this icon to see the real-time data of the battery. The aircraft positioning signal icon shows the number of serving satellites. It is recommended to operate the drone when the signal of at least 15 satellites can be received. If RTK signal source is connected, RTK satellite quantity will be displayed. This icon displays the spraying or spreading mode status. This is the operation mode switch. Tap to select task mode, including manual, AB route, and auto route. This is the main operation buttons. You can tap them to perform operations as required. In the dashboard, it displays the real-time task status parameters. This is the radar indicator, which displays the obstacle and sound alarm. You can tap it to turn on and turn off the radar. This is the FPV live view. By tapping this view, you can switch between FPV view and map view. Next, we explore the setting menu. Tap System Setting. This is the flight setting. When manual altitude control is enabled, you can adjust the flight height flexibly during the task in case of emergency. If it is disabled, flight height will be executed by your pre-flight setting. In condition of terrain follow radar is enabled. If auto is turned on, you can adjust the flight height manually, but after the manual altitude control, it will return to the setting altitude automatically. When head direction is locked, the heading of aircraft will not be changed during the task. When you choose follow of the head direction, the aircraft heading will follow the direction of the operating route lines. L-turn is usually used for the field that accuracy spraying is needed at the boundary. Normal turn is similar to L-turn, but normal turn will be more efficient for changing lines. U-turn is usually recommended compared with L-turn and normal turn. Aircraft locked heading and U-type turning are recommended. Please make sure the arm lock sensor is enabled before operating task. To takeoff, RTH, return to home, altitude specified, the initial ascend height of the aircraft, during takeoff or return to the relative takeoff point. To takeoff, RTH, return to home, speed determines the flight speed of the drone when it goes to the starting point, home point or break point during an automatic task. You can set the speed as needed. Limit altitude and limit speed are the flight safety restrictions. Please don't change them without our notifications. Flight safety risk will be increased and spraying effect will be weakened if flight speed is more than 10 meters per second. The behavior of drone after task completed can be set hovering or return to the home point. When continue task after signal lost is enabled, even though the remote controller lose signal, the drone will continue the autonomous work. Spotlight can be set to on or off manually. You can also press A button to turn on the spotlight. Tank empty action can be set to hover, home, or off. Only if you want to execute a simulated flight, off can be enabled. RC signal lost can be set to hover or home. Smart resume function will improve the working efficiency and recommended to be enabled. Please tap spray settings. If the spraying system is turned off, the pump and nozzles will not work during en route mode. Please make sure it is enabled before automatic task. The spraying and spreading system can be disabled for training or demonstration without spraying. The standard configuration is 2 nozzles. 4 nozzles is optional. When you use 4 nozzle mode, you can set 2 nozzles working or 4 nozzles working. You can check the real-time spraying and spreading data here. Factory default of no liquid detector is flow meter. Please don't change it by yourself. Please tap radar setting. You can enable or disable obstacle radar. If obstacle radar are turned off, it will not perform the action, hover, or bypass, but alarm will still be indicated on the remote controller screen when obstacles are detected. Detecting distance can be set, and recommended distance is 20 meters. When obstacles are detected during the task, the aircraft will hover or bypass. If you set bypass action, please make sure the obstacle boundary margin is enough. Because the flight speed is very quick, it takes time for the drone to react. Radar sensitivity can be adjusted flexibly. The larger of the value, the more sensitive of the radar. Terrain radar will detect the height between aircraft and the nearest object, or ground underneath the aircraft, follow the height of the crops, and adjusted the altitude of the aircraft at real time, to keep the altitude which you have set. RTK is a service that implements positioning at a centimeter level accuracy for the drone. You can set RTK signal source to Jianshin, NTRIP, or USB. USB mode works with mobile RTK station. This sector will be explained detailedly in the RTK instruction video. The battery setting displays the common parameter and each cell's voltage. Please pay attention to all the cells' voltage. The smaller the difference between the highest and lowest voltages, the better the battery status. The low battery parameter can be set to alarm, hover, or home. The drone will perform the set action when the battery level reaches the specified threshold. Recommended low battery parameter is 30%. When the battery level reaches the specified threshold by critically low battery. Recommended threshold of critically low battery is 20%. Please choose home setting. Factory default of drone type is V9PAG. Please don't change it without our notifications. Please don't change the pump and centrifugal nozzle values without our notifications.